denial from the opposition in Trinidad of any involvement in a plot to assassinate the Attorney General. And in sport, Andre Russell and Sunil Narain snatched top prize in the inaugural The 100 draft. I'm Dawn Paris and this is Caribbean in 10 for Monday, October 21st, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break.
In Tobago, the name Martha Archer is almost synonymous with the word netball. The Bonaccord native has been involved in the sport for decades, starting as a player at age 9 before branching off into administration. Mrs. Archer served as the second vice president of the Americas Federation of Netball Association's regional body for 24 years. For her devotion and commitment to advancing the sport in Trinidad and Tobago,
entertainment is like craft. You know, you can craft a show. There are a lot of, right now, there are a lot of people call artists already entertainers. In other words, like somebody has created, it's like it's not as bad as Milli Vanilli, but you know, it's like they have created people.
Right.
And they say, that's an artist. And recording at this artist or that artist. But unless there are some people who have a thing.
We begin in Trinidad and Tobago, where the main opposition, United National Congress, UNC, has denied any involvement in any plot to assassinate either Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley or members of his administration. Opposition leader Kamla Prasad-Besesser has labeled Rowley's claims of a plot to kill Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi as Emailgate 2. Speaking at a public meeting of his ruling People's National Party last Friday, Rowley linked opposition operatives to a plot to assassinate the Attorney General and warned the population of Trinidad and Tobago not to consider the threats a joke. In a statement responding to Rowley's claims, Prasad-Besesser charged that the Prime Minister is aware that he cannot win the next general election fair and square, and this is a last-ditch, desperate attempt to fool the electorate in 2020 with a sequel of Emailgate. But Police Commissioner Gary Griffiths, speaking on CNC3 Morning Brew, confirmed there is an active investigation into the alleged plot.
It is ongoing. And likewise, I know you were asking about the Attorney General. Likewise, recently there was from the relevant intelligence agencies in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we also were able to unearth a similar assassination plot that seems not just to be hearsay or all, but someone just making an idle threat, but it seems to be something that was orchestrated. When I say orchestrated, it means that an individual is doing much more than speaking, but trying to see if they can find someone who may assist him in actually conducting that operation, that being an assassination.
Police in Jamaica are reporting a decrease in murders in the troubled parish of St. Catherine. That area is currently under a state of emergency, which was imposed in a bid to curb serious crime. But while gun crime is down, lawmen say robberies and break-ins have increased. More in this report from TVJ News.
It is traditionally one of the country's more troublesome police divisions, St. Catherine North. But now its fortunes have improved. For example, there were 74 murders in the division as at mid-October. At the same stage in 2018, there were 82. The gain started with the imposition of a state of emergency, which Commanding Officer Superintendent Wilfred Campbell said helped them remove several wanted men from the streets.
We would have arrested and charged a whopping 480 persons. Right? That's a record almost. We would have seized 5 firearms along with 467 rounds of ammunition. We executed a number of warrants throughout the division, but what is particularly important is that the wanted persons wanted for murders and shootings, we would have captured 11 of them.
In addition, the police say they continue the squeeze on 2 major gangs operating in the space, and it's helping to reduce extortion. But the knock-on effect is an uptick in robberies and break-ins as gangsters get more desperate. Since January this year, robberies are up 14% in St. Catherine North, and break-ins have increased by 40% when compared to the same period last year.
Religious groups in Haiti will hold a silent march across the country tomorrow, warning of the unprecedented humanitarian crisis. A statement from the Haitian Religious Conference said the situation is the result of a much deeper crisis affecting the foundation of the people's coexistence in its political, economic, social, and religious dimensions. The group has been donating blood to the Haitian Red Cross, visiting hospitals for the delivery and collection of drugs and equipment. Meanwhile, teachers' unions have called on their members to stay away from classes today and participate in a peaceful march to demand the resignation of President Jovenel Moïse and the reopening of schools. The political and economic crisis in Haiti was triggered by the publication in January of a report on the Venezuela-funded Petro-Carib oil initiative. Moïse has denied any wrongdoing and has named former Prime Minister Evan Spall to head a team to meet with stakeholders to discuss a way forward. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next. West Indies all-rounder Andre Russell and off-spinner Sunil Narine snatched a top prize at yesterday's draft for next July's inaugural The 100. But veteran T20 star Chris Gayle missed out after being snubbed by the 8 franchises. Russell was snapped up by Southern Brave and Narine by Oval Invincibles, both for £125,000 sterling, as franchises spent several hours filling 12 spots on their 15-man squads. But Gayle went unbought during the event, one of the notable omissions along with fellow West Indies star Dwayne Bravo and Sri Lankan icon Lasith Malinga. The left-handed Gayle has been the most successful batsman in the shortest format with 13,051 runs. He is the only player to pass 10,000 runs in the format, but the former West Indies captain is in the twilight of his career, having turned 40 last month. While the tournament will still retain a Caribbean flavour, West Indies limited overs all-rounder Fabian Allen, former Test fast bowler Ravi Rampal, Barbados-born England star Chris Jordan, and Bermudian Delray Rawlins are all set to feature. Bermudian Flora Duffy produced another fine performance towards the end of a shortened season by winning the Beijing International Triathlon Women's Race yesterday. The 32-year-old, who returned to action in August after a foot injury sidelined her for 12 months, finished the Olympic distance race in a time of 2 hours, 4 minutes and 54 seconds to place 6th overall and almost 2 minutes clear of her nearest female rival. Lucy Hall of Britain was the second woman across the line in 2 hours, 6 minutes and 52 seconds, with a fellow Briton, Non Stanford, coming third in 2 hours, 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Duffy's goal is to win gold at next year's Tokyo Olympics and add to Bermuda's medal collection. Heavyweight boxer Clarence Hill remains the only Bermudian to win an Olympic medal, a bronze at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. And that's Caribbean in 10. Join us at 6:30 this evening for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.